So, sports players in media. We all know the media, they'll jump on any story really that they can find. If you breathe wrong against a celebrity, you'll probably be in the papers the next day. And so I'm just going to talk about some of the controversy that goes on between media and celebrities, or sports players in this case. Now these are some of the biggest, most popular sports players in the world right now, on Twitter at least. Ronaldo over there, he's a soccer player, he has around 50 million Twitter followers. And then all of these, another soccer player, basketball, they're all just extremely popular, extremely large presence on social media. And then so in the media, there's a lot of controversy between the players themselves and then the media, either them putting stories out that are wrong or the players doing something wrong, drugs, alcohol abuse, that kind of stuff, which will get into the papers. People will start to talk about it more. It all gets jumbled up. Some of these are the most well-known controversies in social media, in the media right now. Obviously, Colin Kaepernick is pretty infamous recently for his wearing of the Fidel Castro shirt and the kneeling, which a lot of football players have actually taken to during the national anthem for the Black Rights movement. And that's him right there. And so Marshawn Lynch, he's again infamous in the media for disliking them. During one of the post-game interviews, he basically just told them, "I'm just here so I won't get fined." But then he proceeded to get fined for saying that. So it was pretty pointless saying that. And then Cam Newton's walking out after a question or two, saying no comment, next question, just being generally pretty petty about everything if he loses the game. And so these are the most recent, most popular controversies in the media recently. And then some of the good things that have happened because of social media, because of players wanting to reach out and help people, is Patrick Peterson, plays for the Arizona Cardinals. He started the Patrick Peterson Foundation, which basically it gives funds, it props up libraries in Title I schools in basically bad areas of neighborhoods where kids don't feel safe going to school, and then he gives them, like right here, a good place to read, to get educated without fear of bullies or gangs in their neighborhood. And then there's Larry Fitzgerald's First Down Fund, which basically it gives money to struggling families, struggling schools, stuff like that, to help them get off the ground, get back on their feet, and provide for their families, provide for the schools. And so these are some of the good things that have come because of social media and because players actually want to help their communities. So why do the players and the media disagree with each other? Is it the media's fault, or is it because players are arrogant and don't want to do anything, or because they just want to play the game? The media basically, they try to get a rise out of players half the time. They try to want to make them say something wrong, want to make them go out of line and do something. In interviews, they ask the same question as before, and they kind of talk in circles, trying to, again, get a rise out of these players. And then on the flip side, is it the players' arrogance? A lot of football players, a lot of basketball players, a lot of sports players in general are very arrogant people. They're very confident in their abilities, what they do, which is good to a point. Once you cross that line, then it just sort of becomes arrogance and overconfidence, which doesn't really help your case in the media. And so One of them is Richard Sherman. He's very arrogant. He doesn't like the media because they tend to attack him because of his arrogance. And so he's kind of an advocate against the media, kind of like Marshawn Lynch, saying, I'm just won't get fined. And then another one, Kevin Durant, he attacks the media because they keep changing their opinions. And so he said in an interview with someone, basically he said, they'll hate me one day and love me the next, and that's what he doesn't like about the media. And then again, Marshawn Lynch doesn't like him because he said in an interview as well, I just like playing football. I don't want to get the media attacking me. I just want to go out there and play football with my teammates. And so in general, I think it's good, like in this class, to get on Twitter, get on social media, and keep a good presence where you're not a bad person on social media. You want to get out there and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, and make it look good instead of posting stuff that employers aren't going to like and aren't going to hire you for. And so it's just good to keep a good media social